Hello everyone, welcome to Dark Fae Tarot. You are joining me on the end of a misty, rainy day in Brussels. Welcome to new subscribers, welcome back to those who already know me. So this is the end of year tarot tag by Spirited Stardust, aka Chanel. I hope I'm not butchering your name so much. Thank you so much for this tag. Thank you for the prompts. I thought they were really interesting. I've seen some VRs already, but I saw your video, I think, first, and I just really liked the tag and I thought it was really cool. I had missed your mid-year tarot tag, so I definitely wanted to do this. So thank you again. I'm going to jump straight in. So prompt number one is the deck you use the most. So, well, it's no surprise actually. It is, of course, the Sacred Creators Oracle Hay House deck by Chris Anne. I have used this deck so much that my friends know now that I actually got to a point where I had to say to myself, put it away and use other decks because I use this one so much. It is a fan favorite. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of my favorite Oracle decks. The prompts in the guidebook are excellent. The writing by Chris Anne is great. I especially love the simplicity of the cards. The simplicity allows me to marry this with some other beautiful tarot or oracle decks. So in this sense, this deck helps to tone down when there's a large spread and everything is so busy. This deck kind of like tones it down a little, takes it down a few notches. But I particularly also like the glyphs or the graphics going on in the middle. I just think that they're so pertinent, very well done. They really speak to the card in question. So this is overthinking and spoil the magic, and there's a crystal there. Here's step ahead is all you need. It looks like a forward button, and make a mission statement for your soul. That of course looks a mountain. So it's just such a great deck. I love the color palette. It's just so soothing to look at. And yeah, I think Chris Anne did an amazing job. You've seen me talk about this deck so much. I pair it with the Foraxa. I've paired it with Tarot of the Abyss. I've paired it with so much that, like I said, at one point I had to say to myself, stop using it because you're pairing it with everything. This is not going anywhere, and I'm pretty sure in 2024 it'll be coming back out for use because, I mean, this deck is like friendly. It's like a buddy. It's like, hey, you can use me. It's okay. And yeah, it's just a really cool deck. So prompt number two is deck you didn't use at all. Now, several decks have been, well, loads of decks are in that category, but the one that stuck out was Tarot Mystical Moments, because this is a beautiful deck. This is by Katrin Wellstein, mass market as well. And I didn't find myself reaching for it at all. I don't think I used it in a spread. Never mind. I mean, of course, I've already done the review for this deck, but I didn't use it in a spread. I didn't use it in a reading for others. Now, I think it's a great deck. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't know why. It just did not come out this year. In order to show it here for this video, I had to like take out another 10 decks in front of it to get it out from the back of the shelf. So that's interesting, but I do think it's a great deck. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it because I like it. I like the colors. I like the fact that it makes me think. I love this color palette. I just think it's well done. And I think, like I said, it makes me think a lot. And I think it's great in a spread. But I just didn't find myself using it. And I think I'm going to challenge myself next year to bring it out and have another go with it and pair it with some new oracles, not the Sacred Creators because I use it a lot, but another oracle. I've got plenty. I think this would go great with some of the Angie Sullins decks. I know that, of course, that the artists are varying, but I think it would go really, really well with a lot of the Angie Sullins decks. So I've just got to play with it. And we have so many great spreads on Instagram. If you're not on Insta and you like tarot, there's a cover card. If you like Insta and you like, if you like tarot spreads and if you like prompts and you like things that challenge, get onto Insta, find a whole community of us. And there's so much, I have to say, there's so much great free material on Instagram that you can use to pick up, and so many wonderful people that you might not see on tarottube, you'll see on Instagram, who just give out so much free material for people to use to play with their decks. If you're new to tarot, it's especially good in that sense. So do go and check it out. And, you know, you could find new books, other decks to check out, just a whole another community of people. So that was Tarot of Mystical Moments. Okay, a most recent addition. Oh, wow, there's a lot that's a recent addition. But the one that I'm going to pull out is going to be my Steampunk Art Nouveau, because I haven't shown this on the channel. This is a low Scarabeo deck. I bought this in, I think, October, but I've just not had the chance to play with it. Now, as some of you know, I do love low Scarabeo decks, and I find them very versatile. Now, I have so many of their kind of like Wheel of the Year, witchy, fairy decks, because they do great ones. And I picked this up because I think Steampunk, I don't have anything like this. Look at these images. And this is Art Nouveau. I do have an Art Nouveau deck, but I just really like the fact that was, again, coming out of my usual style, which is very fae and woodland energy. This is more mechanical, machinery, about the functioning of, you know, it's a very functional style kind of machinery. It's the turn of the century deck, basically. And yeah, I just wanted something different. I wanted something to add to my collection. This was at a great price. I think this was around 17 euros. I definitely see myself using this in the winter of next year, so early next year, because I think it can do winter vibes very, very well. And then we'll see. But I think it's just a great handy deck. I always have a low Scarabeo deck handy, and it kind of like changes. One year it was a Golden Art Nouveau. This year it's really with the Triple Goddess Tarot. I'm really using quite a lot. And I think I'm going to be using this one early next year. So this is going to be my new low Scarabeo fad. Let's put it this way. So this is the Steampunk Art Nouveau. I don't know when this was released. This is by Luca Strati. I don't know when it was released. I don't know what year this is. I don't think it's more than a year old, or maybe it is, I don't know. And because there's several steampunk decks, just to remember, this is not the one with the Barbara Moore guidebook. Just to be very, very careful, that's a different deck. And I think that's a Llewellyn deck, but there you go. So, deck you rehomed or put into purgatory. It's already gone. I do let go of decks, by the way. I don't have to keep everything, and I say that to myself. It's already gone, and that is the Tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery by Robert M. Plass. Now, I have Plass's Marseille Waite deck. I can't remember the name of it now fully, but there's a Marseille deck. It's pippish, but it's got a little bit of Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. I love that deck. It's plenty for me. I also have his magnum opus of the tarot, the alchemical tarot. I really like that as well. So the Tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery just wasn't really doing anything for me, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, it got rehomed, and no regrets there. So there you go. Favorite pairing, yes. So now I want to show a couple. So the very first two that I'm going to show you, and wait for it, never ever, dismiss something, is Tarot Vintage with the Language of Flowers Oracle by Sherilyn Darcy. This is a stunning pairing. Let's just take a moment, right? Because when you see it, you're going to see it. You're going to be like, okay, she knows what she's saying. There we go. Look at this. Look at the vibrancy in this deck. Look at this. It's the sepia tones and the pops of colors. They just speak so well to each other. I mean, here's the Emperor and here's Consciousness. It's just, they speak well to each other. Protection and the Hierophant, there's just so much going on. Lovers and dedication. This is an order because I think I was preparing it for something. Six of Pentacles, Rebirth. So, yeah, here's Creation, here's Ace of Swords. I just really, really love how they look, how they bounce off each other. I love Sherilyn Darcy's work. You all know that. She's one of my favorite Oracle deck creators. I'm slowly collecting all of her decks. Knowledge with the Ten of Swords. Wow. And just look also how the colors marry so well together. So definitely a favorite pairing was Tarot Vintage with the secret language of flowers, and I really love sepia tone decks. That's something that just really sings to my heart. So I think that's part of the reasons why I really love these two decks together. And I wanted to show just one more pairing. There was loads, by the way, this year that I love their pairings. I need to do a whole pairings video, and then you'd be like, okay, yeah. And that is when I put together these two decks. So let me show you first the boxes, which is Keeper of the Sacred Bee Tarot, and this is Oracle of the Seven Energies. This is by Kelly Burton. Oracle of Seven Energies is Colette Baron Reed, illustrated by Jenna Della Crotaglia. So let me show you how they bounce off each other and how beautiful they look. Now, as you all know, I'm a bit of a bee fanatic in the sense that these decks are just so close to my heart. Look at the backs, because I really associate them with my mother's energy. They just do. They have. It's just, yeah, it's really like my mum's energy, basically, for me. She is a Pentacles person. She's a Queen of Pentacles. And I just find the bee such a hard worker. So here's Death and here's Waking the Lion. And just look how beautiful they look together. Oh, this is gorgeous. Here's Four of Wands and here's Broken Open. Oh, just beautiful, right? Seven of Swords, the Uncharted Sea. You can just see how not just the messages, it's just the artwork and the play. Divine Matrix and Five of Cups. Oh. Temperance comes with the power of purpose. So yeah, I just really love these pairings. I think, let me just try and jump a little bit here. Eight of Cups, and let me just jump a little bit. Let It Go. Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, like, I don't know if you can feel it through the camera, but this is just so powerful, and that I see something like this, you know. Knight of Cups and Tender Embrace. How beautiful. So anyway, yeah, you can just see that the messages flow. Of course, Oracle of the Seven Energies is mass market, so earth magic comes with the Four of Swords. And, you know, when I see that, I just think of things growing beneath the ground. And the Four of Swords is all about resting, right? So, yeah, Nine of Cups and a burst of magic. And here's like the lotus. And here you can just see this very Eastern, peaceful feel. So, yeah, Ace of Swords comes with Beyond the Ordinary. So, yeah, and let's just do one more. Because you can see I'm really loving this. A deep breath. What am I going to get here? Oh, Four of Pentacles. Wow. It's like it's just telling him to take a deep breath and just maybe let go. Wow. I just think that's so powerful. So that was Oracle of Seven Energies with a the Keeper of the Sacred Bee. If you want a favorite Oracle and tarot pairings or just pairings video, let me know. I say that, and I'm really scared I won't do it for some reason or another, but I am thinking perhaps of doing a pairings video. I am a real Oracle person. I love tarot, but I don't know, this year really oracles have spoken to me quite a bit, and I've used them quite a bit. So those were the two I wanted to show. Then the next question is, oh, have I shown everything here? I've shown favorite pairing. Oh, let me show one more pairing before I forget. This is fun. This is the Ocean Tarot, Oceanum Arcana. You guys are going to love this. Herbal Astrology. Yeah, trust me, they are so cool together. Like, you're going to be like, what? They are so cool. So, like, I had this deck, the Ocean Arcana, since, I don't know, January or something, and I wanted to use it in June. And I said to myself, you're not going to go out there and buy another Oracle deck just to go with this. I said, no, I said to myself, you're going to have to find something from the shelf. Patience, and this is the Eight of Swords. And anyway, I put these two together, and you wouldn't think, right? Because this is ocean energy, and this is like cosmic energy, but there's something about this murky brown and blues, they just do so well together. So I might jump ahead a bit here. The moon comes with intuition and cacao. Just such a great pairings. Death comes with foresight. Wow. So yeah, I mean, of course, Herbal Astrology Oracle is Hay House. Did I say before, this is by Adriana Eile, sorry. And the Ocean Arcana is by Taylor Bryan. Passion Flower and Surrender comes with the Five of Pentacles. Wow. I mean, I think that they do play off each other so well. And the colors and the images. Joy comes with the Three of, what is this? The Three of Wands. Wow. So the journey will bring joy. And let's do one more. Ace of Cups and Peaceful Warrior. Look at the little fish. It's so beautiful. It looks like the badge is looking at the fish. Anyway, you get the message. I think that they make a great pairing. And this ocean deck, if you're thinking, oh, it's going to be very watery, it is very watery, but it's done so well that the wands look like wands, the pentacles look like, you get the message, like the other elements really stand out well. And for me, that's the mark of a great artist, that even though the whole theme is ocean, you're not overwhelmed with just ocean energy in the other elements beyond water. So, prompt after this is the favorite mod or accessory or something like that. I'm going to keep it simple, peeps. I'm going to again show you my journal because that's all I have. I try not to buy the stuff because I just won't use it. So I just do my daily log. I keep it simple. I have another separate journal just for writing. So if I want to go off and write a lot, I can do that. But I try not to overdo it, you know. I like to just doodle sometimes in my journal. I love to do these kind of like spreads and stuff. Yeah, like, you know, and this is one that I was doing at the beginning of this month. I just really like to, I guess, keep it simple. So for me, my accessory is a journal. So what deck do you want for Christmas? There's two. One is the deck that I knew was on Kickstarter. I knew that I could order it and I didn't because I just can't. It's not the shipping. It's again, because we're in the EU, it's going to be the tax that gets added on, but also the customs fees, because customs charge us separate fees, which happens in the UK as well. I know that's separate, but they are also having the same issue, and I just could not afford to pay that. And that's for the Solara Occulto Meliori Tarot. And I love the backs. I saw that on Nancy's channel, and I was like, so there's part of me that was jealous, but you know, like it's just the situation I'm in, where I cannot add on another about 30 to 40 US dollars just to process the deck to get it into the country. It will make the deck about $120 for me, or $110, which I just can't pay that kind of thing, you know. It wouldn't feel right. So that was that, and then also the Serpent and the Peacock borderless edition, the new one. I really love that. I do know that there was a bit of a mark off recently, but still it is a very expensive deck. I do know that a UK boutique has it, but again, it's outside of the EU, so I'd have to again process it through customs, and I can't afford to do that. If an EU boutique stocks that deck, I'll get it. Okay, so then a deck you'd gift others. So prompt number 8, a deck that I would gift others. And I kind of like thought, what am I going to put into this? And I thought this is quite easy actually. Just go for the easy one, which is the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. He's now done a new deck called the Horror Tarot, which I definitely want. I think that's going to be fabulous. But the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott, the reason is because A, it's an easy reader. B, I don't think it has any kind of like, you know, really overt inappropriate imagery or anything. And C, it's fun. It's fun, it's quirky, it's got that difference in collage and images. Let's see some of it. I just really love it. I love the way it's been done. I love that 50s poster feel. I love that, I like that it reminds me of so many movies, great movies. And yeah, you know, it's an easy reader, right? Not an easy rider, but an easy reader. And I love it. And I think that, yeah, I think that I think people would love this. A lot of the people that I know in TarotTube, when I think of names and I think of friends, I just think, yeah, they'll all love this deck actually. So I would definitely gift this. I think it's a great gift if you're looking for something for Christmas to give to your tarot friend and you haven't already. Go and get the Pulp Tarot. I do think now Amazon is stocking this, Amazon in Europe, so now it's a bit easier to get hold of. The Horror Tarot has also been published, but we still don't get it in Europe. We're still waiting for it. There's some indie sellers who have it, but not the main platforms. Number 9, a deck you fell in love with. Okay, so I was like, people are going to be sick of me saying this, but I have to share it because it's the truth. And that is the Merge of Crows Tarot by Corrado Roy. It's a Low Scarabaeo production. And I was going to share it with the Journey of a Lonely Soul because I paired these two together in February. I love this deck. This is the mass market version. I did have the chance to buy the indie, but I decided not to because I was also spending this year a huge amount of money on the Joker Tarot, which is coming through soon. And I just thought, okay, you know, I can't keep spending money like this. So both of them have guidebooks by Charles Harrington, which is interesting. So the Journey of Lonely Soul, the artist is, give me a moment, let's see if I can find the name of the artist. Oh, it's Anna Madge Boroda. Guidebook by Charles Harrington. This is Corrado Roy, guidebook by Charles Harrington, and he's also the author of the new Vampire Tarot deck. So there you go. So I really love this deck. Yeah, I mean, Murder of Crows, and I loved pairing these two together. I had some very powerful messages. The Murder of Crow Tarot for me really is a very earthy, down to earth, real deck. It tells it as it is. It's not going to lie to me, but it doesn't really scare me. It's not like I have nightmares or something when I work with this deck. It's just really like to the point, and it kind of like wants me to save time. It's a very efficient deck. It's a deck that's like, come on, we don't have time to waste and we need to get on with things. And so if I really want a deck to give me a message straight, I will come back to the Murder of Crows deck. By far just one of my favorites. It says diving toward the heavens. So it's interesting because she's underwater, but she looks like she's going off, right, in the sky, and here's the sun. Yeah, I just think it's just done very well. Here's the Hermit with Cradled by the Sky. The Wheel of Fortune comes with Portrait of a Seeker. One of the things I have to say is that in the Journey of a Lonely Soul, it really reminds me of where I live. And I like Corrado Roy's work because I think it's very gritty, very similar to a very old world vibe. You know, this is like more for me the vibe that we live in basically here. That very, the soil is old basically, and the streets are old, and it's got that worn, haggard feel. And floating in the storm, and here we have the 9 of Swords. So yeah, these two decks, they work so well together, and I just fell in love with both of them. I love the way that they work together. I think that, and what do we have here? We have the King of Cups, and we have Cathedral in the Woods. It's just, yeah, there's something about this that I got really great messages, and I speak about the Murder of Crows in another video as well. Okay, so now, which card sums up your year as a whole? That's an interesting question. I think there's a couple of cards that come to mind, but I don't know. I mean, should we pull a card randomly and see what sums up my year as a whole? Let's see if we can do that. So let me just move a few things out of the way. So what deck shall we use for this particular prompt? I'm just looking around thinking, what deck did I pull to actually use with this prompt? And interestingly, I can't find the deck anymore. What did I pull to use with this prompt, which is, which card sums up your year as a whole? Okay, I'm just going to use here, I've got it here handy, so I'll just use it. It's the Light Seers. So I was thinking, what deck was I going to use? It's a bit strange. But yeah, let's see if we can pick a card from the Light Seers that sums up my year as a whole. I'm not sure how accurate this is going to be, but hang on, I need to shuffle off camera. Otherwise it's going to go everywhere. I really associate the light Seers with Christmas energy because I bought it, I think, 2 years ago, just before Christmas. And then we used it for Vlogmas because Papa Squirrel did this whole Vlogmas thing. And I use the light Seers quite frequently. So it always reminds me of somehow of Yule, winter solstice, this time of year. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I get randomly if I pull this. Oh, I get the Four of Pentacles. I'm not sure if that, I don't know how, does that sum up my year as a whole? Am I holding on to my money tightly? Maybe I am. That's a bit of a strange one. I think, to be quite honest, at the end of this tag, the card that really sums it up, if I really give it some thought, let me see if I can find it in here. Now that I say so, right, it's not going to come up so quickly and easily for me. No, it's not one of these. There's a couple of cards that come to mind when I think of this prompt. No. No, not this one either. That's the thing about this deck. The cardstock does stick a bit too much. Okay. No. Shall we find her? Shall we find her? Him or her, actually. Them. The Hangman is this way around. Oh, can't find it at all, right? It's not this one. Oh, sorry, hold on a second. See, needed to be prepared for this. Can I find it? Can I find it? Page of Pentacles. I think that what really sums it up. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Not Three of Swords. I think what I would really say is something a bit more to... See, I can't find the damn card now that I've said it, and now I'm like, I can't find it. It's not the King of Swords or the 10. Here she is, the Page of Swords. Yeah, I think that's what I would say is really summing up this year. I've shown this deck, or maybe not this deck, not this particular card, but the Page has really been this year for me. She's my stalker this year. And I found myself really having to walk that beam with that book. That's how it feels. So that really sums it up. So should I pull a card for the year ahead? Who knows? I'm not really into like cards for the year ahead. When I do a card for the year ahead, to be quite honest with you, for me to do that, I actually believe I have to be in 2024, not in 2023. That's like my tradition of origin, my of origin as well, that we don't actually do that until we go into that energy and space. So I'll do it for the camera, but let's see what we get. What do I get here? 8 of Cups. Wow. So that's going to be my year going ahead, huh? I definitely will have a lot of walking away next year, that's for sure. Moving on. Moving towards the sunset. So I wouldn't actually mind if that was my card for the year ahead, because that sums up going from Page of Swords. That really sums up going from Page of Swords to the 8 of Cups, actually. So that sword energy has been with me now for about 18 months. And I love the swords. I actually don't have a problem with them. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a tough suit. I'm like, every suit is tough, actually. When you really look at it, every suit's got its pieces that are really tough to chew on, basically. I like the sword suits, but if it's going to be about moving forward, I welcome that, because I definitely feel it. So anyway, I'm going to stop there. This has been long enough. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much again, Chanel, for this video. I will link everything below. Please join in if you haven't already done so. I wish you a wonderful week wherever you are. Take care now.